Hello everyone, I'm Tobias, and we are back with another episode of not LMS has the last man standing. I was doing that recording previously. We're back with another episode of pay to play, normal playthrough. So when I last left off, I believe we did Shades of Morton quest, and also explored the minigame as well as the area in the Morton here, all the way deep in the swamp of Mauritania. So this entire area was assessed. Also, this cave was partially looked into. To get deeper into the cave, you need a higher level, like keys, diamond keys, stuff like that. To get more rewards, stuff like that too. So anyway, that was the entire thing. In this session and the next session, I'm hoping to before this year ends, as in 2025. These will be these two episodes. This one and the next one will be the last two for the year. I want to trim my skills up. I'm pretty sure you have noticed that I've been kind of struggling a little bit in terms of, I guess, combat and also just gathering, being able to do certain quests to prepare us for the new year 2026. After that, I'm trying to train everything up here. So I'm hoping that in this session, once I finish this session, it will take me more than one day to train like my magic to level 95, prayer to like level 77 to access all prayers. That's what I'm trying to do. These two prayers are hidden. These two prayers can be unlocked by buying certain scrolls here, which are not cheap actually. The algorithm scroll is like 10 million. So we have the rigor is like 13 million, something like that. So about 25 million to unlock these two prayers, but they're very useful. That's why I'm doing high alchemy to train my magic. I know that high alchemy is not exactly the most profitable per hour, However, for my purposes, it's the most AFKable. It's very AFK. You can just click. You can set up things very nicely and just kind of spam it as you watch Netflix or whatever have you, YouTube. So also you also make a pretty decent amount of money as well doing this. Like it's not like peasant food, You can still make a moderate amount of money if you do this the way most optimally. You can make about 500,000 coins per hour, which is not bad, and you train your magic skill as well. So those three things: AFK, trading magic passively, and also making some money, is a pretty good way to hit all three targets there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm hoping that once I get to like level 95, I should have like 50 million coins. Level 86 to level 90, I'll probably get me like 8 million coins. As you know, I'll probably get like 13 to 50 million coins. 86 to 95 will get me probably like maybe 75 million coins, 100 million coins, which will be enough to cruise for a long time, and also allow me to use all the higher level magic spells as well. The highest level combative magic spell that I'm aware of is in Fire Surge. So that's the highest level combative magic spell. So we'll be killing a lot. We'll be crossing off a lot of T's. We'll be dotting a lot of T's by just doing alchemy from level 86 to 95. Is what I'm trying to say. We get to make a lot of money. Probably probably 100 million coins. Very AFK. I can access all of the various combat spells. It'll probably take me, honestly, in real time. If I did this like 8 hours a day, it'll probably take like a month. I think it's a worthwhile investment though, because that foundation will cruise us toward most of the middle game to higher tier game. When we start doing monkey madness, more higher level demanding quests, definitely Desert Treasure can be done almost all with magic. You can do Desert Treasure 1 with almost all magic gear. So yeah. So that's the game plan. Setting up the stage for next year. per level 277, so I can use like these two higher level prayers, which means I don't have to like buy Divine Bastion Potion or Divine Super God Potion. Hopefully not. Eventually I'll also unlock Piety as well, so I'm trying to use these so I can like save money, not to buy like, you know, Divine Super Combat, Divine Battle Mage, or Divine Bastion Potions. So to train prayer, I'll probably use a wilderness here. The wilderness all the way over here, you know. Over here. If it's too expensive to get to level 77, I may just also... I may do like wilderness prayer to like level 60 something until it gets started, until it gets very expensive. Then I'll probably will go to the Sacred Bone Burner, which I haven't done yet. The Sacred Bone Burner is inside Karan here, inside a different continent. Sacred Bone Burner is inside of this area, and the Forthos Ruins, yeah, inside this area is a Sacred Bone Burner. Once you unlock this area by doing the hidden mini quest, you can you know, kill red dragons here, get their dragon bows, and then just pray over here. So you can train melee and also prayer. I think it gives the same multiplier has in the wilderness. So for example, for specifically dragon bones. So for example, a dragon bone in the wilderness may get like 2.5x. I think here it gives you like 2.25, something like that. So it's comparable. There's no danger of PKers. The only danger is the red dragons themselves. So yeah. I'm also doing Ensouled Heads as well. Ensouled Heads is using the RCS spellbook, going to, you know, this dark altar and then just casting revive on the dead heads to kill the reanimated monsters to get prayer points. It's also pretty chill in FK. You just go to, you know, Winter Dark Camp, Caves Atlas, Winter Dark Camp, run down here, do your batch, go back, win CP. Also very FK. Melee wise, I'm gonna use the Nightmare Zone. That's the main way I'm gonna train melee. I'm using my Nightmare Zone. Nightmare Zone is by your nail there. Inside Nightmare Zone, you can train AFK for several hours if you have like the right setup. For example, Gothic's armor, Barrel's armor, allows you to heal some damage that you deal. So you can kind of just passively stay at max HP as you fight monsters for several hours, up to like 6 hours, before you are forced to log out by the game. So that's a pretty nice way to train. I'll probably train like 85 or 90, try like push this a bit more. But we'll see how long it takes. The nail is over here. Oh, and that's my heater in the background. Sorry if it's like if it's very loud. This is not Nightmare Zone. Next to the bag right there. You can also make a decent amount of money playing this mini game as well. Depends on how much. Depends on your gear and stats, so forth. And then to train range, I'm gonna try to use Slayer task because I also need to train Slayer. So I'll probably do Slayer task in conjunction with range here, and just use the Dwarf Mountain Canyon, which costs money. So as you can see, to trade all the compound stats requires a lot of money. The crux of which is using High Alchemy for me. I'm hoping I can make enough money to train up all these stats from just High Alchemy to be more kind of effective with my time. I mean, like Magic level 95 would take me like a month of like daily 8-hour grinds, I think. Yeah. Prayer to like level 77 might take like, so I don't know, like a week. All the melee stats, so you know, attack, strength, defense, to level 80. Might take like 2 weeks, and then range by Slayer and Dwarf Canyon might take me like, I don't know, a week and a half. So in real time, this episode just for the combat stats will probably take me 2.5 months to 3 months. I'll splice it out throughout the the different things I'll do, so you can see exactly what I'm doing, and then I'll just go offline for that activity. So for example, once I start doing melee, I'll show you how to do melee, and then I'll just cruise for like 2 weeks, and then I'll come back and show you how to do the other stuff. So I'll compile everything to one episode. And then the gathering skills, ooh yeah, that's gonna take me like I guess I want to get this like as low as 60 at minimum. Yeah, it may take like a month to get from where I'm at right now to like level 60. It may take like a month and a half for all these other skills. Once again, depends how much money I have available to me once I do the alchemy. Yeah, it very depend on that. Yeah, the money definitely speeds up a lot of things in this game. The grind is less gruesome that way. So try to get to like level 60 for all those ones. Hopefully 70. I think most of the game quests and activities consider level 70 has the high cap for requirements. So we'll see. So to do a alchemy here, I'm actually going to see what get my staff out here. Oh, I don't have much going on. Okay. Yeah, I'm running very low on money here, so I will be high alchemy and battle staves. So those are the most affordable things to alchemy. Oh yeah, I guess we'll start with like 110. Yeah, because I have a yeah. So this is what I'll do here. I'll buy like a giant stack of these here, and also I need a lot of nature runes too. Nature runes. Need a lot of those. Ooh, I got 1,000 of those. So that's about it's lasting quite some time before I need to do anything else. Yeah, battle styles are pretty reliable in terms of making profit. So you just buy the battle styles. Could be air, fire, etc. Air is usually the most plentiful. Then next is earth, and then fire, I think water. So that's you kind of want to just like rotate those around. And also like they have very long buy limits of like 18,000. You never really reach that limit unless you're doing really crazy like long intensive alchemy. So you just set up with this, set up in the right location. You just do this. I'm pretty sure most of my viewers know how to do this, and then you just like spam click. It doesn't really matter how fast you spam click. Just spam click it. You can literally just like spam click as you watch Netflix or have you. And look at that! We're making some decent money and some decent magic experience. I once again I understand that this is not what most of you guys want to see or do. I'm pretty sure you guys want to see me do more crazy high alchemy, more crazy ways to make money and so forth. But if we're being genuine about this, I'm pretty sure most of us will just do this anyway. Most adventurers out there will just high alchemy for money. And also, it's also trade magic as well. Unless you want to do like next to boss fights, which is very intense. I'm pretty sure there's other ways as well, but this is just the most relaxed way to do this as an adventure, for me anyway. So I'll see you guys, I guess, in probably a month or something. All right, everyone, I'm back now. I'm almost level 95. I have one more high alchemy. And then we shall celebrate with a little dance. So let's do this right here. Level 95 magic. And then we'll celebrate with a little jig there. Yay. Alright, so that took a long time. That took probably like, I don't know, at least, probably 40 hours plus. Like, probably 60 plus hours, honestly. But it was, around I think 60 something thousand alchemies. So I probably did about like on average 800 per hour. So yeah, anyway, a very long time. And let me sell off everything else here, so I can just get this done with. That's fine. And then also this as well. Alright, so we went from 1.7 million, I think, to 70 million. So 10x our money, roughly 10x, yeah. Roughly 10x the money, and oh, sorry if it's super like loud in the background. There's it's kind of windy outside my apartment. So that's that. We got we made a decent amount of money and also got to level 95, which is all that you really need to finish all the quests and most of the mini games, stuff like that. I've never seen anything require level 99 specifically. There's always ways to circumnavigate it. For example, the Warriors Guild requires level 99 attack or level 99 strength, or a combination of the two that equals over 130. So nothing inside the game requires specifically level 99 for anything. Anyway, this is actually the highest magic level I have across all my accounts. So I've never had to use a higher magic level than this. Just for a point of reference. Alright, so now I'm actually going to not do prayer because prayer will drain all my money. I'm actually going to do melee using Nightmare Zone, which also you can also make money using Nightmare Zone as well. So I'm going to get myself a, see here, the rock here. The rock armor set. You'll find out shortly why. It's not exactly very cheap. You can see it's pretty decently expensive. Pretty decently expensive here. So let me just get one of those. We'll see why later on. I'll tell you why. For now, just hang on with me. I'm actually going to put that there so I can take this out, and then I can like dismantle this into its components like this. Like that, see ya? And then I can like put everything else here. It's definitely there. I'll tell you why I'm doing this later on. But for now, just kind of bear with me. Yeah, so let's do that. I also need to get a whip too. Yeah. Yeah, for sure a whip. A whip. Yeah. I do need a whip. I can't use the whip right now. However, I will want to have the whip with me. So that's that, and put it here. Alright, so I want to, let me see how much money I have left. 9 million. Yeah. So Nightmare Zone is a mini game that you can use to fight bosses that you have already defeated. So for example, we finished Merlin's quest and Merlin's crystal, and had to fight the what do you call the troll boss across the bridge. So you can refight that boss to gain combat speed, to also gain points to buy stuff as well. Has to buy like herb boxes to get herbs like, you know, Terramin, Harlinger, to sell it back to GE to make money that way. You can also imbue some special items like a berserker item, berserker ring. You can imbue the berserker ring to double its stats bonus. For example, the berserker ring right here. What's berserker? The berserker ring here is you know, like the base is 4 strength. Once you imbue it with 650,000 coins, it becomes 8 strength. So you double the output there. So I'm trying to say, you also need prayer points. There's a couple ways to play this minigame that's fairly AFK in terms of trading your competitive stats here. I'll probably need like 40 of those, yeah, 40. There's a couple ways to do this that's fairly AFK. One is to use prayer. So the prayer strategy is really for those who don't have access to, you know, the other strategies, like the rock or the rock armor, or Gothic armor. I guess I'll put it like right here. The rock armor or Gothic armor. Because the prayer strategy is really weird. The prayer strategy, so some monsters that you choose from can just use melee, so you can just pray against melee for all of them, and that way you never take damage, and you can like AFK depending on your prayer gear, 10 minutes or even 20 minutes at a time, depending on how high your prayer bonus stats is, So you can like AFK for 20 minutes at a time, just prayer attack for melee. That's usually useful for like peers. Peers are like one pure death. You don't have any defense. You use barrels or Gothics, so it's kind of the strategy for that. It's pretty decent. You get a pretty decent amount of strength XP, melee XP like 9,000 per hour. I'm referring to Wikipedia right now, so just so my source of reference, and also like 400,000 plus points, nightmare zone points per hour. So that's a pretty decent amount of XP there, and also points. So initially, so my strategy is to use the prayer strategy to build up some points. Once you have enough points, you can buy overload potions, which are like absorption potions, which instead of using food, the potion will just absorb the damage you take. So one potion has 4 doses, and each dose can absorb 50 HP of damage. So then you can just use that instead of your own supplies, and you can AFK. You can train without losing a lot of money. Is what I'm trying to say, and also have a net positive in terms of points. You can buy more Herblore boxes to sell, make money that way. So there's an initial down cost in terms of this strategy, using the prayer strategy. So that's why I have like 40 prayer points. I'll probably need to like do 2 sets of Nightmare Zone to actually make it happen. So that actually just pull out my gear here. So I stopped talking and started doing things here. Melee strength is more useful now. Yeah, this is my adventuring stuff here. Let's put it there. Put it there, then I think I'll insert these claws here. There we are. And then we have this. Okay, so that's that. So that's the prayer strategy. Eventually I'll use the Derek strategy, which I'll show you later on. For now, let me just try to pull out some helping accessories here. See over there, and then I'll bring this. Okay, so that's that, and then eventually we'll do Darok's. Darok is the rock is the highest in terms of experience per hour, XP per hour, because the rock has a special ability. The rock side here has a special ability that the lower your HP is, down to like 1, the higher damage you can do. So you can like hit 50s, 55, 58, etc., and basically just rack up a ton of XP. The downsides are you need to maintain a very low HP, which is why I did the freeing the dwarf part of the recipe for disaster, because this item can just lower your speed, lower your HP down to like 1, and also you need to maintain that XP. You need to maintain a low HP using the dwarf rock cake, and also you need to have the rocks and a pretty high hit point count, because the more because you can do more damage with 1 HP and 90 HP versus 1 HP and like 63 HP. See what I'm saying? Because you can do more max output that way. So that's why I'm trading all these other ones like level 70 first, before I actually train my Duroc. Duroc requires level 70 attack, strength, and defense. So this is why I'm using this kind of dragon setup right now. Let me just see here for the other accessories what is recommended. There's actually an entire gear setup recommendation on the Sniper Zone strategy section of Wikipedia. Not the Sniper Zone general section, but the actual strategy section. It's like a different page. The best is the rocks with the South amulets, E or Rancor, the Rancor amulets. The South amulets I don't have because I haven't done the Haunted Mine yet. And the Rancor is extremely expensive. This Rancor is like 22 million, no, 90 million. So that's obviously not happening. I have no money to spare for that. Fury is Fury is okay. Fury is almost 2 million. 2 million. Damn, man. I'm not that rich, unfortunately. That's just too expensive. How much do I have right now? I have 9 million. I guess it depends how long I stay here too, you know. But of course, like I can also reuse immediately the theory for something else too. No doubt, like to see the theory. The theory is yeah, the theory has a pretty good bonus. The torture is it's just extreme. Yeah, the theory would not be a bad investment, although it's a bit expensive here. So that's for the amulet slot. And yeah, you definitely want to get some like blessing as well. Yeah, do like a war blessing. Some of the war blessing. These blessing boosts your they are equipped to your ammunition slot, the arrow slot, and also they raise your prayer points by 1. Some of these are pretty expensive because they're pretty rare. You don't come across them often. However, it's nice to have. So that's that. I don't have anything else here, do I? Here for the ring slot is the Berserker. That's the good one. It's also the Brimstone, but the Berserker is better because you can then imbue the Berserker to be like a Berserker Eye, which the Berserker is like 4 million something though. And also I need more money to, you know, more money to also train my player and range. You know what? Oh, and in terms of like, I guess a cape here, you can use, let's see, the mixed hide cape. Mixed hide cape is a it's what is recommended here. Mixed hide cape. That's not bad. That's like pretty dirt cheap, yeah. Mixed hide cape is what is recommended. Requires like 60 range and 50 defense. So let me actually take these two out here so I can put them into my slots right there, and then I can just have that like this. Okay, so there we have those right there. Good. So we'll do this there, and then we'll do this here, like that. Alright, so I guess I can just buy the Fury and the Berserker eye ring, and then see if like once I finish that, I'll probably just resell those items back to GE to be kind of cost effective. So I'll train with them to like level 70. I'll use them to train my stats to like level something, and then once I finish training melee, I'll probably just resell them back to GE, and then we have money to train prayer and hopefully enough to train range with the dwarf multi cannon, because cannonballs are can be pretty expensive actually. This is pretty overall good stats here. It will definitely help a lot in terms of speeding up the process of training, so it may be worth a while to do so. course, it's not doing any of this stuff here. Oh, see here, yeah. Just expounding my thoughts as I do this. There we are. So these two are definitely way superior to what I have going on here. Alrighty, so yeah, once I finish trading, I'll probably just sell these off. Will be my strategy here. Do this here, and we'll do it here. Yeah. The rocks can actually break on you. Because it breaks in you in terms of like but I'll talk to you more about it when I get there. So let's use the prayer strategy first. I think I have enough prayer potions. Let's just do 20 more, so I don't have to come back to G. I definitely don't want to go all the way back here. Let's do another 20. Okay, good. Oh, and I also need to put money up to actually play a minigame too. Dang. Okay. So like there's a couple of modes in the minigame. For the prayer mode, I think is normal here. Let's get like 500k, and then I'll go to the minigame area right here, using Nightmare Zone. So for the prayer melee strategy here, the prayer melee strategy, I will not be doing this too long, just maybe like 1 or 2 sessions here. There's a random cow here for your entertainment. So you need to put down money to actually into this coffer to actually do anything. Put down 500k. That's all the money I have. And then see for a moment. Then for the prayer melee strategy, we're going to use the customized hard rumble. So put this bucket there. I'll pull this full set of prayer points. I think I have enough prayer. Yeah, I'll be fine. Alright, so we're going to go over here, and then we'll talk to Dominic here. And just talk to him for a little bit. So you see, this is the coffer which you can use to points here. You can use to buy stuff. So this is the herb box. You can get like 15 of these per day. 15, 1-5. Which costs about, I think, 515,000 points. So 515,000 points. And I think on average, you could probably get about 6 million in terms of herbs from opening all 15. So you can, one day you can get about 6 million per GP doing this minigame if you can make enough points. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's a very decent moneymaker to have you train your prayer stats. This is what it is. The upgrades here is Wolf here. So for example, if you have a Berserker ring inside your inventory and that points, you can then click on the item to imbue it to become double strength. And that's a permanent buff. If you die, I think the buff turns it back into the regular version. Yeah. And these are the benefits where you can like buy these absorption potions to, as I said, like absorb your damage that you dealt with. So you can use these instead of food inside a minigame. You can use this instead of like a divine supercon potion inside a minigame. These are overload potions. They boost your entire stats, like melee, range, and magic up like by like 20 something %. Magic eye, magic ranging, same kind of thing. So this is like a super divine combat potion, a super battle mage potion, and a super bashing potion. That's what these three are. Yeah. So that's how you would use the points there. This is where you would get the items. See, each barrel has its own kind of like dosage. This is the super ranging potion juice barrel, the super magic potion juice barrel, the Super Overload Potion Juice Barrel and an Absorption Juice Barrel. You can check how much you have, you can take, you can store, etc. from your inventory. You can also store the potion inside your bank too. I don't really know why. I guess if you want more space, then what you get from here. Each barrel can hold 255 dosages of each potion. So you might want to, like, I guess, save more potions inside your bank, then I guess put it here. I never had to do that, so it's up to you. This is the guy responsible for this entire game. Spectre Potion, I think you can, like, view other people playing the minigame. A master of dream manipulation. Drink from this vial to observe someone else's dream. Type her name. Zezima. The player is offline. Okay, I see. Okay, so that's where you put the money in. This is the guy you talk to. Welcome to Nightmare Zone. Would you like me to create a potion of dream for you? This guy's flying apparently, yeah. Look at that. Who are you? My name is Dominic Onion, but you can call me Dom or Mr. Onion. Dom, how do you get that name? It's a long story, but I can tell you that it involved my parents. 3 Blurberry specials and a Chimchampa. Okay. And a Chimchampa? Oh yes, Nigel played a crucial role in the whole debacle. It's very amusing now that I think back to it. Yeah. So you were there at your own inception apparently. Anyway. Good times. What is this place? This is the Nightmare Zone. What? Don't worry. It's not as bad as it sounds most of the time. Very comforting, I guess. Truth be told, that name wasn't my first choice for this place. It's what the local people call it after they experience it. The original plan was to... The original plan for this came to me in a vivid dream. When I was younger, you see, I saw myself running a successful business from a great structure in a strange land. I say strange, but I never left Lunar Isle at the time, and this was a very hot and dry place. So it's a perfect place for me to set up base here. This guy is from Lunar Isle, which you haven't seen yet. I don't remember going there yet anyway. When I told my father about the business, he laughed and he said I should become a banker like himself and his father before him and so forth. I knew that moment wasn't for me. I want a different life for myself. I had to find out what this dream meant and if the vision was my future or not. Growing up, I studied hard to find out more about magic, especially wondermancy and the interpretation of dreams. Having learned as much as I could from Lunar Isle, I set forth to learn more from other great wizards and I heard of as a child. I set out to travel the world, discovering more about dreams to enable me to understand the dream that I once had as a kid. Okay, nice endeavor. I need to know what this dream meant and what if it was truly a vision of my future. If so, I knew I had to try this business venture and find this location and build the tower that I saw. I was going to call it Dom Onion's Tower, but I've not found such a place or gathered enough money to build one yet. So this is just clearly he's still in the startup phase. He needs more money from his venture capitalists to build up an entire tower, like I guess a watchtower over there. That's why I set up this small business venture, a startup, and the means to sell dreams to people to build up money for myself. Okay. It's all part of my 5-year plan. Who knows? Perhaps my dream will come true. I'll discover this place and build Dom Onion's Tower. Or you just fail like most startups do, but not to deter you at all. Pursue your dream and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Can you tell me about the dreams that this place offers? Certainly, I can delve into your personal memories and search for key events that affected you on your ventures. I can then take the essence of these memories and then place them into the vial you see on this plinth, and then you can like drink them from the plinth, the potion, to relive those memories and fight close encounters. Don't worry though, you're safe inside a dream. Even if you die, you just respawn outside, fully healed, nothing lost, etc. I think you may lose your Hawk Iron status. Don't quote me on this, but I think death is safe in terms of like your items and stuff not being lost. I'm not sure exactly if you still retain your status as a Hawk Iron Man. Anyway, okay. Are there different options for these dreams? Yes, 3 different options. I can create one-on-one encounters, so you can just fight one person at a time, mano a mano. People like to practice that, so it's like a practice mode. There's an endurance dream mode, which you can use to face enemies in encounter after encounter, one after another, until see how far you can survive. There's something called a rumble mode. So this guy is doing the rock strategy here, where you face multiple adversaries at the same time. I imbue a bit more magic and shake the vial harder to create that one. So multiple different enemies at the same time. So there's one-on-one, and then the dream's over. There's one after the other, and then the dream's over, and then just like run. So constant multi-combat zone where you run to enemies. You can invite friends alongside you to join in the rumble up to like 4 and so forth. Endurance mode and rumble dreams. I have to charge a fee because it's not free. I don't like to handle money, so instead I put up a coffer for you to put the money inside, and then I just take the money as you ask me to create the dreams for you. There's a red vial. You can see how your friend's doing. Finally, there's a see here. Finally, here's one more option for you. In addition to the normal rumble version, there's a harder rumble version for the bravest adventurer. So it's even harder, meaning the bosses have more HP, more defensive stat, more offensive stat. However, you can also make more money, more points, and also do a lot more damage and get more XP per hour. Terms and conditions apply. Mr. Onion, henceforth known as Dom, cannot be held liable for accidental loss of limbs, yours or otherwise, such as your friend, and or psychological damage as a result of entering Nightmare Zone. Please note that there is a strict no refund policy in all dreams. Purchases are final. Yeah, choose a dream. Certainly, you can practice for free, but the larger dreams require more skill to imbue the potion, so there is a cost to using those ones. We're actually going to see here. So for the melee prayer strategy here, we're actually going to do melee prayer. Melee prayer, we're going to use Rumble, and we're going to do customize hard rumble. And it costs 26,000 coins for this one. Prepare your dream, step into the enclosure, and invite up to 4 people to invite up to 4 other people to join you. Drink from the potion to begin, and please unlock this coffer to start. So if you have a bank pin, you must unlock this coffer. So make sure you can access this money before you can actually enter inside of here. Otherwise, he cannot take the money from the coffer. So this is the potion that he's talking about here. This is the potion there, and this is the plinth with the thing here. A rough plinth. Drink the potion to begin your dream. So you can see there's a bunch of options you have here. Depending on what quests you have done, you may have access to more bosses than I do, more or less bosses than I do. I think I should be fine in terms of bosses here. You can invite your friends, have a party of 1. You can, kick a player and so forth. So you can manage your party. So for the melee boss, the melee prayer strategy, There's a lot of options you can choose from. I'm referring to the Wikipedia right now. I see. Let's see which one I have. You need at least 5 to actually do this. So Cloud Drainer is one option there. Sand Snake, which I don't have apparently. Thanks, Sand Snake. King Weld. Candle. Khazar Warlord, which I do have. That is an option. However, that can like knock you back. So he can stun you. So that can like delay your XP per hour. Skeleton Hellhound. Black Knight Titan. And that's all you really need. You just need 5. Yeah, so some of these bosses use only like melee inside of this number zone. For example, the jungle demon, which is not accessible right now, but the jungle demon from Monkey Madness 1 quest uses both melee and magic. However, inside this zone, he only uses melee. So you see what I'm saying? So some bosses are more advantageous than others to farm for XP and prayer points. So this is one set of options you can do that I can fulfill here, and then we just accept it. Enter a dream. Yeah, let's turn your auto retaliate. Head to like the center ish here. I usually like go right here. I usually so here's a boss. You know, list of bosses. I usually go right here, like next to this blood tile, because you don't want to like stand exactly in the center, because some bosses are pretty large and like they can like stop each other from getting closer to you, so they can kind of like get stuck on each other. So you want to stand like to the side here. The bosses will spawn at the everywhere at the corners near here, and then so you don't want to like get a boss stuck on another boss. What I'm trying to say. And then you just use your protect from melee here. The better your gear is for melee points, the better you're off. My gear is not very fortified for melee here right now. I only have like 2.42 minutes here. I probably will change to a different gear here, because this is not very viable in terms of prayer points. Usually like 6 minutes or more is what we want to go for. This can last a bit longer. And this is what it is, like this is exactly what it is. Just turn your all retaliate, switch your appropriate training stat and training style, and just stay here AFK. You can AFK 20 minutes, I think, or like 40 minutes, just like this. After 40 minutes, your all retaliate will fail you, and you have to move around a little bit more. So it's not the complete AFK. It's not a complete AFK, but it's pretty AFK compared to other options like sand crabs, or fossil island crabs. So that's what it is. Yeah, I'm actually losing a lot more prayer points than I anticipate right now. So I'm actually gonna die right now, to show you what it also looks like once you die as well. See, what else do I want to like tell you guys before I kind of head off here. So I'm gonna train my strength to like level 70, switch to my whip, and train that to train I'll train my attack and strength to level 70 using my longsword, because I don't have access to the scimitar right now. I haven't done Monkey Madness 1. And then I'll switch to my whip to get to level 70 defense, kind of speed up the progress. And then I'll pull my barrels gear, so we can like start doing stuff with that. Yeah, I actually need to like change out to a different set of gear here. Otherwise, I will not last very long here. I'll probably change to monk robes. Yeah, change to monk robes. Monk robes has some pretty decent prayer bonus. Yeah, let's change to like monk robes after I die here. And you see, like, so right now, I can like get 61,000 points per hour roughly. See, and this is how much points I have currently in this mini game, and this is a total how many points I have. So these guys can hit pretty hard. You see, this is normal hard mode, so they have way more HP than the regular mode right here, which means you can do more damage, and also you take more damage as well. That's just the cost benefit right there. And down you go. Alright, so once you die, it looks like this. You just respawn inside of this, and then you just do another dream. It takes more money, and then etc. So that's what it looks like. I don't know if you like lose your status or not. So just be careful. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's go here. I'm actually going to switch out for these rows. These rows have +6 prayer points here. So you see the prayer strategy helps a lot with more prayer points. That's why I have that. This doesn't really boost my strength here. This actually has more prayer points than this. Yeah, it has way more prayer points actually. Surprisingly. Alright, so then we'll just do this because I get more prayer points. I think this also gives me prayer points, yeah. Both of those give me prayer points, and then now I have way more prayer points. Look at that, +19. That's a lot more prayer points than I had earlier. So that's very good. And I think that's about it, yeah. So let's pull this out again. So now when I do with that melee here, I can last 4 minutes, which is 1 minute longer than I had earlier. So that's good. So it's worthwhile. I'm using Protect from Melee anyway, so there's no point having higher defense gear because all the bosses use melee anyway. So that's what it is. Considering my prayer potions. So let's head back to the dream. It's everything the same. You can like use previous for whatever previously you used, and just head back to the whole thing like that. My money's down. I'm using another 26,000 coins, and then back to the Nightmare Zone we go. So let's see here. So each let's see here. 49 points lasts about 4 minutes. Let's see here. 49 points. 49 points lasts about 4 minutes. Each prayer potion will probably heal about 16. So 3 doses will probably be full restore for me. Therefore 3 times 28. See here. Trying to do some math in my head right now. Let's see here. So I can probably last. Let's see. With my current gear here. Let's see. 28 times 4 divided by 3. 37 times 4. So I could probably last about 150 minutes, which is about 2.5 hours. I'm hoping to have at least 108,000 points, which will then allow me to buy a full inventory of absorptions. So we'll see how it kind of goes. Okay, everyone, I'm now done with that session. So I have about, let's see here. After going through that, I have 197,000 points, which is enough to start doing the absorption. Well, I mean, it depends on your combat stats. I probably need it more. So let me just like buy everything here. Buy a bunch of absorption. More of those. There we go. So 197 doses. I'm gonna head back to the bank and switch out for more higher level gear now. Because the absorption. So I can reduce my chance of being hit. I cannot wear the rock yet because I'm not level 70. So the best second gear I have is really this. Just this here. Put that back there. It says slightly more the defense, and yeah, that's probably the best I can do right now, given what I have going on right now. Yeah. Okay, so this is the best I can do right now. 97 strength. Prayer doesn't really matter. For the melee absorption tactic, prayer doesn't matter. So let's just keep these for more boosts, and yeah, we'll pull out the rock cake now. We can see this in action. There's two different options. There's Gaza, which drops it down by like 10%. So whatever is left, 10%, it just dropped down. You can see I'm slowly dropping my health down right there. Let me just hold on. Let me just drop it down. Drop it down. So you want to like drop it down to 1 HP. This will not kill you. This will kind of just it will increase the utility of these absorption potions. So just take like a max inventory. I think it's 108. Let's just do 200 or 160. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so 100. I think 179 minus 89 is like 108 doses, something like that. So take an entire inventory of these. Drop your HP down to like 1. You won't die. And then we'll do a different kind of dream. Since we're doing more AFK, since we're doing this method, we will not be doing hard mode right now. We're going to go a bit more soft so we can last a bit longer and get more utility out of this. So using Wikipedia, I'm in the melee absorption, AFK tab of the Nightmare Zone strategy page on Wikipedia. And let's see here. See here. Oops. Out here. We're going to go down to, so Rumble, we're doing normal now because we want to like last a bit longer. It costs less it costs 22,000 coins as opposed to 26,000 coins. And so now it's over here, and then we'll start the keep this down. Take it down to 1 HP. This will not kill you. The rock cake drops it down to 2 HP. The locator orb, which is a different item, that does the same thing. It can drop it down to like 1 HP. That's that item, locator orb, is from Dragon Slayer 2, so it's way beyond us now. So just keep it down as low as you can, and we're going to choose a different set of bosses here. Let me just do this. So for this mode, the recommendation is, see here, I can do Count Drainer. I do not have Sand Snake. I can do see here, the candle. I don't have the candle either. Oh wow. Oh, this may not be dang it, man. You know, I don't have me. I do not have the me boss here. I do have the Tree Spear boss. That's good. I have the Khazar Warlord. Okay, dang, I need 2 more. I have the Hellas Beast, and I do not have the Trap Soul either. Oh man, okay. Oh man, that's not good. I need one more. God dang, I did. So bouncer is not recommended because the bouncer does a lot of high damage, and low, so you won't last as long. The Black Knight also does similarly high damage. Shoot, okay. God dang it, dude. Current Zone, these are higher level bosses. I guess the Skeleton Hellhound might be like the decent sized boss. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because we're dropping our health down anyway. So let me see if I can find another easier boss. Let's see here from the other tabs. Let me check the melee gut things tab, which is similarly which is a different strategy. See here, Warlord. Okay, same thing here. Sand Snake, Candle. Oh shit. Okay. King Route. Dang it. Okay. Alright, well, let me see the other ones here. Maybe range absorption. Range absorption AFK has another set of boss I can choose from. You know what? Okay, it's fine. Alright, well, Arg is a pretty hard boss. That's more like the Rock. These bosses are pretty hard. That's really hard. I think Corsair Trader maybe like. I think I think it goes by difficulty, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it goes by difficulty. Yeah, because this is probably pretty easy. This is one of the first bosses you fight as a free play member. And Black Demon is much harder from the Grand Tree. Therefore, I'm guessing this is the second like. But this guy probably does magic. You know, he probably uses magic and not melee. Alright, so yeah, it's what does the magic instead of melee. Let me see if I can find like the list of bosses that are melee based bosses. Let's see here. So yeah, I should just choose OSRS, Nightmare Zone, Zone, Corsair, Corsair Trader. Is the guy melee for Corsair Trader? So let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, this guy definitely does cast magic based on Reddit. Yeah, he definitely casts magic. That definitely screws up a lot of things here because I'm doing melee, so this is much weaker. What about what's this? Nightmare Zone, Witches Experiments. I think also does melee too. Yeah. No, wait, it doesn't use melee. However, it does reduce your stats, so it lowers your stats, so you hit less over time. That's not something you want either. Elvark is Dragon, so I need Dragonfire. And what about the Skeleton Hellhound here? What was Skeleton? What was Nightmare Zone? Skeleton Hellhound. Let's see how does that deal here? Let's see, normal. So it looks like the Hellhound still melee here, so that may be an option for us. Yeah, it just does melee, so it may have like high defenses to like non undead demon weapons, but we'll see. So this is my list I'm working with here. This is better than nothing. Alright, so once you have selected from the list whatever your boss is, doing the custom normal mode here, and just go down this. So so we'll go over here, see, and then we'll also drink up the absorption potion as well. Alright, and then so now I'm down to like the lowest HP I possibly can. And the absorption potion goes up to 1,000 per use. It'll tell you when you're maxed out. For example, if I try to like drink more right here, you can't absorb more. So it's up to 1,000 at a time, which is about 5 potion. And so the absorption potion will absorb the damage that is dealt to you. For example, if this guy does like 2 HP, the potion will absorb it. So instead of 1,000. Eventually one of these guys will do me some damage here. This is why it's good to have high level gear, because you can take more damage, so you don't have to use more potion, and you can be more AFK. So you see I've lost 5 HP, which the potion has absorbed right now. So that's the strategy. If you keep your HP low, like I'm doing right now using this rock cake, you can prolong the session, so you can stay in here longer with these absorption potion and get more damage, more points as well out of this. So you can have a overall positive net gain of points and also experience combat training. I think it takes 60 seconds before 1 HP kind of like recharges. So to go from 2 to 3 takes 60 seconds, 3 to 4 takes another 60 seconds, so forth. The reason why you want to keep the HP low is because that limits the amount of damage that can be dealt to you by any hit. So for example, this Khazar Warlord guy has a max hit of I think like 8 or 12. By keeping my HP at like 2 or 3, the max this guy can do to me is 3 HP at any time. So I can prolong the dosage of the absorption potion. That's the strategy for this. So you can watch Netflix. If you have a wireless, if you have a wireless mouse, which I'll slowly plug, which I'll plug in right now actually. Right, I'll plug in my wireless mouse. I'll plug it in my wireless mouse, and then like you can turn on Netflix in the background to watch it, and just like leave the mouse right on a rock cake. And every 30 seconds, 40 seconds, just do 1 click. So that way you always stay low HP, and you can pretty much AFK for 1,000 absorption points. Well, that probably lasted like 30-40 minutes. With my current setup, it probably lasts me like I don't know, like 25-30 minutes for that 1,000 dose, and then I have to drink another 5 potion, whatever potion. You can drink this whenever you want, but to keep things simple, I usually just drink like in bulk. And yeah, this entire strategy. I think the way I'm doing this, I could probably get like 60,000 attack XP per hour, which is pretty good, and also get some points, which I can then kind of stack up and use to buy more, absorption potion, or reserve it to buy herbal lore boxes, which I talked about earlier, and make some decent money out of this as well. So that's the strategy for me right now. Training attack to level 70, and then I'll go back to strength to level 70, and then I'll switch out my longsword for a whip, and then train my defense to level 70. The whip doesn't train specifically at strength, so I have to continue with the longsword here. And then after I get level 70, I'll pull my Duroc gear, and then we get to see like some pretty nice max hits from the Duroc set effect. I'll also tell you how to like recharge the barrels item as well, because the barrels item is definitely degrade with battle usage. And then after that, I'll just go AFK until I hit like level 85 or level 80 or level 80 or level 85 attack, strength, defense. And then after that we'll trade like I guess range and prayer. So that's the entire plan. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Okay everyone, I'm now back. As you can see, I pulled out my prayer gear again because the overload potion strategy for melee was not very profitable point wise, so it wasn't sustainable doing that method. So I just went back to buying a bunch of prayer potions and then trading my stats all to level 70. As you can see, I can now equip the most badass iconic weapon of all time in RuneScape, which is the Abyssal Whip. This thing is a beast. A weapon from the abyss. Yeah, last time I checked this, it was almost 2 million coins. So the price does fluctuate pretty well, but usually it's around 1.5 million coins. It's a very fast and very efficient weapon. Anyway, so I traded my attack and strength to level 70 using the dragon longsword, and then I switched over to the Abyssal Whip because the whip can only train attack and defense uniquely. The lash option trains all three of them, so it's not, you can't just train strength only. Doesn't work with the whip, unfortunately. And I must say, like, this D-hide cape is very nice here. It's very badass. Anyway, so in addition to that, I've also been kind of buying these herb boxes. You can only buy 15 per day, however that's quantified. So, for example, if I try to buy 50 here, I only get 15 because that's all I can buy. If I try to buy more, it doesn't go through for me. Yeah, you can't buy more. Come again tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. So that's what I've started to do that, and I've also have imbued my Berserker ring. See, it's now Berserker ring I. So now everything's doubled. Crush and melee strength are now doubled. It costs about 650,000 points to do this. So I have accumulated a lot of points as well. So I'm trying to say. And then actually, I put my boxes here because this is my events slash quest slash mini quest slash mini game kind of like bank slot area. So I bought like a bunch of potions here, you can see. So now we're able to use bandos. I have all level 70 stats. So I no longer need to use some of this stuff here. So we can use bandos now. Originally, I wanted to show you guys the rock method because that's one of the best ways to get XP. However, because my stats are so low, particularly my HP, I will not be able to make enough points to sustain myself doing the method. I tried. It's not doesn't really go out. Doesn't create a lot of points for me. It's recommended to have at least 92 hit points to actually do this method, the rock method. Otherwise, you're not gonna be as profitable, and your time is better doing something else. Speaking of something else, we're gonna instead do Guthex method. Guthex is another barrels item. So I sold my barrels item, as you can see here, my Rock gear set, and then I bought myself a Guthex gear set. The Guthex gear set is like 1 million coins, I think. Yeah, it's like 1 million coins. The Rock is like 6 million, so it's about 5-6 times less expensive. See, the beautiful thing about the Guthex is done myself here. The beautiful thing about the Guthex is that you don't really need you don't really need see the word here. Anything. You don't need potions. You don't need player points. You don't need anything else. You just like go inside there and you just go in with the gear only. Because Guthex has a special effect. The gear item, the entire thing here, looks kind of like I guess kind of funky looking, but anyway. called infestation. This you have to use all the items. So in addition to the war spear, every attack you do has a 25% chance of healing the damage equal to the damage you deal. So for example, if I deal 20 HP and the effect activates, I then heal 20 HP. So you don't really need any food to use this item. The thing with the barrels items, which it goes for all the barrels items, in addition to Gothics, in addition to the rock and so forth. It goes to all of them. Let me put down more money here. 100 to 100 80k. Here. The reason I have money and Lumber's teleport tabs is because the Gothics, the barrels items, Gothics, the rock, the Varrock, etc. After a certain amount of usage, they start to degrade down to, different tiers. So right now, this Gothic's helm is a Gothic's 100, so 100% full power. Then once it disintegrates down, it becomes Gothic 75. So it's a lower tier item, kind of weaker in terms of ability, in terms of restore your HP. And then it comes down to Gothic 50, and then Gothic 25, and then Gothic 0, which is completely unusable. And then you have to restore it. You have to restore it to actually use it. There's a couple of NPCs around the world, I think, who can restore it. I know for a fact there's one in Lumbridge, which I'll show you right now. I'll do one game, and then I'll show you, so you can kind of see the how this kind of works before I head back to actually doing this and then going offline. So Bob, the axe guy here in Lumbridge, can heal your entire item. That's why I have my Lumbridge Tower tablet. So let me just do a quick 4 or 5 minutes to show you how the method works, and then I'll go AFK. The thing with the Gothic method is that you need to change the mode here, because you will not be doing a lot of damage. So make sure you have shared here. So I'll probably switch to crush here, because I have more crush bonus from my Berserker Eye here. Plus 8. Actually, that's crush defense. So actually, I should just do slash and screw it. So make sure you use this option, so that way you basically train all 3 stats at the same time. You can also train separately stab and defense. However, it's just more I guess efficient to just train all 3 at the same time anyway. Unless you're specifically trying to go to a higher level gear, So for the melee Gothics option on the Wikipedia Nightmare Zone strategy page, so we're gonna go with Gothics full sets. Whatever strength boost you can use, like Fury, Berserker, your mixed hide cape, your blessing if you want to, yeah, that's about it there. And then for the actual dream, it's gonna be customizable, not hard but normal. So we're trying to cruise as long as we can, which costs way less as well, 22,000 coins. All right, there we go. So let me see what bosses I can actually use here to show you guys. I do not have Trap Soul. I have Count Draenor. I do not have King Groud. I do not have me. I do have Tree Spirit. I do have Khazar Warlord. So that's about 3 of 5 options that I have to choose from. So it's not recommended. So the Wikipedia page doesn't recommend you to use Sand Snake, so that's not a good option. The Candle is not a good option. Nasa Shurao, which is a boss, is not an option. Black Knight is not a good option either. And the Bouncer is not a good option, because these 2 guys deal a lot of damage. So you will probably have to exit a dream faster than you can actually get out of it. So let's see here. I think Skeleton Hellhound is a pretty decent option because the Skeleton Hellhound melees you. It may have a pretty high defense though, but that's fine. The Headless Beast is also a pretty friendly melee option. That is not a good option because that stuns you. These are higher level bosses. Elvark, Dragonfire. These two bosses have a magic utility, so it's kind of not good. So this is a pretty decent option for what I can do anyway. So that's what that is. They just go inside the dream, like this, and then you just head to like it's the center, here around here. I usually go to like one tile below this blood splat for some reason. It's a nice marker for me. And then so you just make sure you choose the right style. I'll be training here till probably level 85 or something, so we can progress to more of the mid game content, mid to high game content. It's probably gonna take me a couple probably like 2 weeks honestly. I have a lot of points here, so I'll try to like buy more Hubler boxes, and then after this I'll show you how much I made from them, so you can kind of see. So you just leave your stuff in here. See there, I'm trading all 3 of my stats, and as you can see, my armor here is actually degrading. So now it's Guthix 100. So there's Guthix 100, Guthix 75. So Guthix 100. See 100% until the next degradation. The next one is gonna be Guthix 75. And then Guthix 50 after that finishes, and Guthix 25 and so forth. So let me see if I can see that. So this is the Soul Siphon, the infestation ability of Guthix there. That activates once you that activates if you have low HP and 1 in 4 chance. So this is what it is. You just stay here. You can stay like this for about, I think, 20 minutes. I think inside combat it's actually 40 minutes. So you can just leave this here for 40 minutes, watch Netflix, and then after 40 minutes, your auto retaliate will fail you. You have to move like 1 tile away or something to actually make the enemies aggressive towards you again. I think this is a new update that Jack has used in 2024, because before this, without that update, you can just stay here for like 6 hours, like literally just stay here for 6 hours. Perhaps you just like turn it. You can leave like a heavy item on the keyboard, or just put your hand on the keyboard and just do this for like 6 hours. So that way you never logged out and your computer doesn't go to sleep. So I think Jack has fixed this because it was kind of broken, honestly. Because some people would like do this overnight. They will like do this. They will set this up and then just go to sleep. And then after 6 hours of combat, you get automatically logged out. So it's an easy, like I guess, AFK method for training combat. Without like losing time or energy. So unfortunately they patched this. Unfortunately Jack has patched this, so it no longer has I guess viable, has an AFK method. I mean, it's still viable, You leave this here for 40 minutes, come back, move like 2 tiles away, and then it just resets again for another 40 minutes. So that's how I'll be training from level 70, combat, to hopefully level 85. It probably take me a couple of days to actually do this. So we'll see how that kind of goes. So as you can see, my Guthix 100 is now slowly degrading down. I think it'll probably take me like 4 to 5 hours to go from like level Guthix 100 to like Guthix 75, and to Guthix 75, and then so forth. The full degradation. So how you can see right here, I'm pretty like weak in terms of combat. So I'm not really sustaining myself that long. So I'll probably have to like bring some food and not be as AFK as I am right now. See, I'm pretty low in combat right now, so it's just what it is. It's a sacrifice. But anyway, so that's the entire plan right there. That's the entire strategy. Once I get to like level 80, I should be able to last longer without any interaction on my end. So that was a pretty weak session right there. Anyway, so the full drain of the barrel's armor is about 18 hours of combat. So to go from like Guttix 100, Guttix to Guttix 75, to Guttix 50, to Guttix like 25, to Guttix 0, that takes about 18 hours of combat. So you're definitely fine for at least Guttix 75, you know. So anyway, so once you have done your session, finish your session, actually I'll probably go to Varrock to buy more pies here, in case I didn't use it. Once you finish your session, you just go to go to Lumbridge here. Go to Lumbridge, and then you talk to Bob here to repair your gear. He has a repair option. Bob the Builder, also Bob the Barrels Restorer. Bob the Barrels Restorer sounds way more badass. Can you repair any items for me? You must have them unequipped, otherwise you can't do it. Of course, I'll repair it. Through the material may cost you a bit of coins. Anyway, so you just repair. You can repair the first item or just all the items. He can also repair more items too. I don't remember exactly what he can and can't do. Anyway, so thank you, Bob. I see. Give me a quest, Bob. Get your own quest, man. Alright, so anyway, that's the entire thing there. Oops. So let me go to Varrock and just buy myself a bunch of summer pies, and then I'll probably go back there. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not as high combat level as I want to be, so I can't AFK too long. Although it's a much cheaper option than like using prayer potions. I think I was doing like 100,000 points or something per hour. But anyway, so the Guttix method is definitely cheaper. Unless I can like buy more higher level prayer gear, which I can't do, unfortunately. So this is what it is for now. So let me actually sell some of these off because I bought so many of these. Some of this stuff like 130. Yeah, this is too much for me. I don't need it much. Alright, oh man, it dropped down to screw it, or fine. I should do this and then I'll buy more summer pies here. Summer pies, you got maybe 1,000 of these. Nah, let's do 500. Actually, let's do 1,000. I can always just sell it back if I have too many. No problem there. Alright, so there we go. Take more money here. Take like take half a million coins. And yeah, that's the entire process. Nothing much else to say on that, honestly. Put a wine here, put that there. There we go. And then I'll use the nightmare zone to go back. So I'm hoping that in addition to this, I make enough money to buy back some of my spendings here. I think each one of these boxes, on average, gives you like 13,000 coins. So we'll see how much I can actually make out of this. So anyway, so yeah, so that's a strategy. I may go back to prayer if this is like still way too low for me. However, I'll let you know. So I'll see you until then. Okay, everyone, I'm back now. So it turns out I had to go back to prayer training methodology because Guttix was just not doing it for me at this level. at level 70 skill. So I trained prayer all the way up to like level 80. It took about, I think, it took about 10 rounds to go from level 70 to 75, and about 12 rounds to go from like 75 to 80. So about 22 rounds of full prayer potions in total. As you see, I have amassed like over 9 million points. That's how long I've been doing this. Like over 9,500,000 points. I've been buying these boxes, as I can. You can only buy once per day, so it's what it is. To kind of supply myself. I've also brought these newer gears as well. These ceremonial robes, which allows me to have more prayer points, and also the obsidian helmet, which gives me more shrink bonus, as well as the Tox Quetzal shield, which gives me also more shrink bonus, as well as the granite gloves. So I boost up my gear. So what I'm trying to say melee wise. Yeah, so I spent a lot of money doing this training. So as I collect these boxes, her boxes, I'll also start trading range. So 1 point of Nightmare Zone is roughly equivalent to 1.42 GP. So if you have 1 million Nightmare Zone points, if you use the herb boxes, you have about 1,400 something GP once you sell everything off. Since I have about 9 million something, that's probably like roughly I don't know, like probably 13 million coins right there. So I'll get a lot. So I will get a lot of my supplies back in terms of spending wise. So that's the good thing there, because I spent a lot of money doing this. Like I spent a lot of money. I spent almost all my money doing this actually. Oh wow, yeah, it was hard. Okay, so that was melee training using Nightmare Zone. The next time I do this, I'll probably use Guthes, because I'm much higher level now. And then once we get to level 90, I'll use like the rocks, because it's more efficient. I sold up my Guthes here, so I need to start using my dwarf cannon here. It's actually by so I'm gonna train my range plus in conjunction with Slayer. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And the way I'm gonna do this is using my melee cannon here. Probably need like probably 50 of these. And then I also need my melee cannon, like that. There we are. So I'll do one task and kind of show you what it looks like for those who never use the dwarf cannon. The dwarf cannon requires all 4 parts. You click set up base, and it just sets the whole thing up for you. You also need cannonballs, which are pretty expensive. So let's see how much I can buy right now. Let me see here. Oh, I have oh man, I could probably get 200 something. So 200 something of those. I'm also trying to bring a staff here. The reason why I want to bring a staff is because I'm trying to also make some money. Some of the monsters drop some pretty rare stuff, and you can like high alchemy it. So you have a lot more free inventory space to buy other stuff. I could probably get like I don't know, like maybe like 100, like 200 something. Actually no, like 2,000. Yeah, 2,000. Yeah, I can get 2,000 of these. Pretty decent amount. 2,000 of those, and then buy myself some nature ruins, and so I can do high alchemy. I can cast high alchemy here. High alchemy. So let's do also like two I don't know, like nature ruin. Let's do like I guess 100 or something. Actually no, let's do like 250. A decent amount, so I don't have to like go back here that often. Alright, so that's that. Put it there. So we have that set up right there. So the accuracy of the Dwarf Cannon, the Dwarf Cannon has a max hit of 30. There's a special cannonball, like the Granite Cannonball, which is untradeable, which gives you like up to 35. But the max hit, regardless of your range level, is 30. To improve the accuracy of it, there's a couple of like different formula. If you're using melee gear, then it's based on your melee accuracy. So your attack bonus here is what it is. So for example, if you have this setup right here, and you select stab, like this, right? Like you select a stab style, then that is a plus 15 accuracy for the Dwarf Cannon. If you select a slash style, that's plus 97. So that's how it works for melee, from what I can tell. For range, it's similar. Similar thing for range, and also I think for magic. It's just based on your attack bonus. Yeah. Anyway, so since most monsters in Slayer are melee oriented, I'm actually going to switch out for more higher gear here. That way I don't have to like use too much food to per session of Slayer. Let's see here, his helmet has yeah, I don't intend on like using melee attacks, so there's no point in having more melee strength. I think that's pretty good, yeah. This is your attack bonus. Well, the whip is the most impressive. The whip is the most impressive melee weapon I have right now, so it's just what it is. So it's a pretty high melee slash bonus right there, and lots of like defense. That's pretty good. So that is a pretty good deal right there. I also need to bring my my enchanted gem as well, so I can like communicate with the thing. Okay, so that's that. And the Varric runes here are to the Varric Tower tablets are to help me get to the Slayer Master that I want to go to, which is Neve inside of the stronghold. So yeah, that's why I have a lot of these. So let's keep that there. She is the highest Slayer Master I can access right now, and without like requirements. So I have this, I have this, I have this, in case I need to make more money. Let me actually move some of this stuff around so I can make room for GP as well. Like that, and then I'll take some GP so I have like a placeholder, 50 coins, and something like that. Also, I didn't take a lot of food as well. Take a lot of food there, put some back here. And yeah, so I think that's pretty good for what it is. So let me go show you Neve here. Hopefully I make some money doing this. Otherwise I'll be very sad face. Stronghold. Oh, the reason why it looks like a map instead of like a list if you are using this standard plugin for RuneLite is because I have a special plugin. All it does is make it look nicer. Is all it is. It's just geographically more pleasant. Doesn't really actually do anything else. This is Neve, the highest Slayer Master I can assess right now. See if I have any points. So the best way to train Slayer is really with the multi-cannon because it's pretty AFK. You kind of just you can refuel it every like 1 minute or something like that. It's pretty AFK. Just click 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute to resupply the Dwarf Cannon with the cannonballs. Because the Dwarf Cannon has only 30 cannonballs. So the monsters that you want to focus on here are the black demons are the best monsters. And then it's like the grayer demons, which is slightly better as well. The demons are pretty AFK. See here. the Blood Veld or not has AFK unless you have access to the Mire Ditch area, Slayer Master. I don't think I can do anything right now. Ankus or not as AFK. Yeah, so really the AFK ones are really the demons here. Gray Demon and Black Demon. Everything else is not really worth your time, honestly. Unless you want to like grind those ones out. For specifically training Slayer, they're not really worth your time. I can't buy any of these. I don't have enough points right now, so that's what it is. I just have to take what I get. So hopefully Neve gives me a good one. Hellhounds, that's pretty okay. Yeah. Hellhounds are pretty okay. Well, Hellhounds are actually right by the believe it or not, the Trino Stronghold. There's a cave right here. Slayer Cave. Actually, right by Neve, right there. And there's a pretty nice AFK-ish spot, which I'll show you. So I'll show you what the using the canyon looks like, and then I'll go offline. So this is the Slayer dungeon inside the Stronghold. There's a bunch of different animals: Bloodvilles, Gankus, Hellhounds, Fire Giants. Fire Giants are also some AFK. You see, like some of these spots have like cannonballs to show you that that's the best way to kind of place it down. This is from the RuneLite client. I think it's from the default standard package anyway. So you can see like Hellhounds. The best spot in Hellhounds, in my opinion, is right over here, because you can. It's very AFK. You can just set this up right here, and you will never be really attacked. Like that. So this is what it looks like, fully functioning, and then you would supply with 30 initially, and then click fire. So now it just kind of fires around like this. If you're not, this is a single combat zone. However, if you're not being attacked, then it's multi-combat zone. It kind of behaves like that. See, I think I need to move like actually no. So right now, like since I'm stuck in combat, this cannon cannot fire against these other two. So it's just what it is. That's why it's not attacking these other monsters right here. Once I finish this guy off, then it'll resume attacking the other monsters. This is why you want to have some food in case something goes wrong here. So you see, this is pretty AFK. To resupply the cannonball, you just click fire, and then it just reloads it with whatever is necessary. So in about, I guess it probably takes roughly like, I don't know, like 25 seconds, something like that, for it to kind of go down to 0, and then you just click it once more like that, and that's the entire utility of the Dwarf Canyon. Find a nice place to save spot, click it here, and just let your cannonball go at it, and you train both your range and also your Slayer pretty effectively. Let me see if I can show you my Slayer rising here. This guy is very resilient. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, come on, dude. There you go. And that's the Slayer rising right there. I have 124 more. It'll probably take me, I don't know, like half an hour or something like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to train my Slayer level 60 and also my range level 80. So I'll come back to you guys when I have those done, and then we'll just do prayer, and that'll be the end of this episode. And that's gonna be the end of this last Slayer task. So now I have 60 Slayer and 72 range. I had to alternate between using the multi-canyon the dwarf multi-canyon, and my own range gear, because I have very little money right now. So I brought so after I reached level 70, I went back to the GE and brought myself the Armadillo set here. The Armadillo Coif, the D-High, the chaps, boots, bracers, and the shield. The total gear costs about 1.6 million coins, something around there. This is not the same as the Armadillo chest plate and chest legs, and also the helmet. Those are like more higher level range items. This is super decent for the amount of money I have to offer. The higher level Armadillo set is like the higher level Armadillo set costs roughly 60 million coins, something like that, like in total. So definitely way out of my range right now. Still pretty decent overall, you know. Definitely nothing to cry over. And yeah, so that's it. That's what happened so far. I have 26 Slayer tasks done now. I think I started with maybe 5. So actually no, probably 14. So it's about 12 Slayer tasks. I spent the first several. I unlocked. Oops. I unlocked the 2 Slayer tasks for the greater demons, and also the black demons. Those 2 are like very good. The demons are very high HP, pretty easy to kind of safe spot, and just overall very AFKable. So that's what I did. I also tried to like gather a bunch of the loot. I can see a bunch of like the drops here, like the Vow Ashes, Malicious Ashes. Try to sell those off. So to make some money to buy more cannonballs and so forth. So this is what I'm talking about here. This is a pretty decent chunk. Especially the boots are very huge. So this is not the same as the other Armadillo. Let me just show right now quickly. There's the Armadillo chest plate here, which is like very expensive, and you get the point. You know, it's not cheap, the higher level stuff. And I was using my throw shot and crossbow with the bone bolts to be more efficient with the money. Even though I can use a rune crossbow, these are just more expensive than the actual bone bolts right now anyway. So I changed out for those. Alright, well that's a pretty good load, no doubt right there. Just drop this in here. Alright, so that is one thing down. I will try to continue. I will not train range anymore right now. It's just too expensive right now, honestly, for me. So let's go to prayer. I'll still keep actually. Yeah, that's right. So the prayer method I'll use is the Ensouled heads method. So let me just get my crossbow here. Since I have very high level magic, I can use the master reanimation spell in the Arceus spellbook. So not this spellbook, but the Arceus spellbook. So I can like go for the highest level head, which is the Ensouled dragon head. And to get from like level 50 to 60, which is what I'll do right now, because going above that costs too much money for me. I'm very poor right now. All this training, combative wise, has drained me a lot of GP. I'll still collect the herbs from the Nightmare Zone, and hopefully as I train my gathering skill, I'll be able to make more money selling those herb boxes off. So I can like recompensate my loss. But anyway, for now, let's just do this. I'll need roughly 115 to go from like level 50 to 60 based on my XP. The reason why I know that is because I use a online calculator. There's actually a very nice online prayer calculator. You type in your username for the character. For me, it's the OSRS, and it pulls up the data. This is your current XP. To get from like level something, you need to enter a certain XP, and then you can like figure out which one, which method you can use to make the money. Anyway, so that's a complete online. You just search around and you find it. Nothing too crazy here. Oh man, I think I'm actually too broke to actually buy anything right now. So I may have to like what's the word? I may have to wait a few days to collect more herb boxes my herb box is actually no, I somewhere now. Let's see here. I don't think I'll show you how to like do these yet, but anyways, you just do this here. Just make all of them. I think I probably have. It's been a few days since I've been doing this episode, so my memory's kind of foggy right now. But yeah, so that's how we do it. To use these herb boxes here. That should give me enough to buy these Ensouled heads, and then I'll show you like what one reanimation looks like. You have to fight the beast to actually kill it. So let me just quickly go through all this selling and buying stuff here. Alright, and now I'm back. I have my stuff brought here. So I brought 115 as I promised, and to use the master level reanimation spell, you need 2x the amount of blood rune per head, 4x the amount of soul rune per head, and 4x the amount of nature rune per head. That's why I have these right here. You also need to fight the thing, and you also need to fight the creature that you're trying to reanimate. In my case, I have dragon's head. So so that's why I switched out to a anti-dragon shield, because even though it's a undead dragon, the dragon fire damage can still be very real, no doubt. The reanimated version has much less HP and stat-wise much easier to kill. Doesn't mean it's a weakling, let's put it that way. So I have some food as well, and so the way to do this is one way to do this is to use Games Necklace to Winter Camp, which has a banquet there you can pull out, and then just run your way down here to the Dark Altar. Only inside this area you can actually cast the reanimation spell by near the Dark Altar, based on standard conditions. Arch is right there for reference for those who've never been in the Great Karen. Head your way to the Dark Altar. Alright, and we need to change our spellbook, so we're gonna talk to Thais right here and kind of change the spellbook. If you find an Ensouled cadaver head here, for example the dragon head, you can use magic to attempt to reanimate it. So boom, there it goes, and now we have a RC spellbook. And then we just use the master level, which reanimation, which is able to reanimate dead things like the dragon head right there. And we do one of those casts on the dragon head, wait for it to spawn, and then just kill it, like that. See, much lower HP, easier to kind of kill, not really a threat. Can still use dragon fire, no doubt, so do not take this without any dragon fire protection. And when you kill it, you get a massive amount of boom, 1,500 XP. So that's a pretty good chunk. No, this is probably the the best trading method for those who are not risk averse. For those who kind of like want to play safe, because the Chaos Altar in the Wilderness is definitely it's probably the most accessible one. The best method is probably the go-to altar at a friend's house. If you don't have that available to you, then the next XP wise is the Chaos Altar in the Wilderness, and then you have this, which is pretty decent. This is obviously much safer than Wilderness, so no doubt there. So once you finish your head, just go back to Games Necklace, pull out more food, more heads, more runes if you need to, and just run your way back down here. So that's the entire process. It will probably take me about probably an hour and a half or something like that to go through 120 heads. By then I'll have 60 prayer and maybe level 73 range, and that'll be the end of this episode. So I'll see you when I get to the flip side. Alright, and that is the last of my dragon heads. So we're now level 60 prayer. Before I leave, let me just remember to let me just switch my spellbook back. There we go. So now we're back to the regular spellbook. Alright, not bad, you know. This is a pretty productive episode. Almost all of my stats, combative wise, are mid to high level. I would like my range below 80, but it's just too. It takes too much time, or it takes too much money right now. So anyway, that's fine. And you know, ideally, prayer up to like level 77, but that's fine as well for now. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for this session. I did everything I want to do. In the next session, we'll do a bunch of gathering skill training. So let me just double everything aside. Boom. I actually just discovered this insert mode. Well, recently, you can like put it right there, and then it just pushes everything down at the same slot. So it's very useful. Thing to know anyway. So hope you all had a good time, and of course, as always, have a good day as well.